Good morning students. Myself Arvind Kumar Pandey. I am your SST teacher. I hope that during the lockdown you all well. Dear students, in previous chapter I have taught with the online classes. Now I am starting chapter number 3rd, water. Firstly, we know very well that what is the role of water. The formula of water is H2O, 2% hydrogen and 1% oxygen is comparing, then create water. Water is essential for our daily life. Without water, you can't imagine of human life. We know very well that I have written some tricky terms, you can say word meaning like essential, necessary, contain, restrain, consumption, expenditure, convert, turn, precipitation, swiftness. These are the some example how can you write word meaning in your notebook. I hope that you will understand and you will write in your fair notebook. Now I am coming on the topic of water. Water is important resources. It is known as precious or golden resources. The formula of water is H2O, 2% hydrogen and 1% oxygen is comparing, then create water. Introduction. What is water? What do you mean by water? What are the uses of water? Define water. This type you will make questions and you will write water is a natural resources that human beings and others are utilized for survive his or her life. Sources of water. You know very well that there are 5 oceans in the world. The Pacific Ocean, the Indian Ocean, the Atlantic Ocean, the Arctic Ocean and the Antarctic Ocean. 60% water are converted in the ocean. But this is not a pure water because 2.4% water are pure water in the world. We can drink in like this, you can say 2.4% water are utilized by human beings in the world and remaining percentage of water are impure and it is converted in ocean, glacier, ice cap and others. Now I am coming next, sources of water, ocean, pond, lakes, rivers, ice caps, glaciers are the main sources of water. Now I am coming percentage of water. So that I have written here, you can see the picture of earth and you can see 71% water, 71% water and 29% land are converted on the earth. So you can say 71% waters are converted on the land and remaining part are land. Okay, dear students, I hope that you will understood, you will understand and you have to mention in your notebook because after 15 days I will check your notebook you have done or not. So after 15 days you have to come in the school and submit your notebook. I will check. Understand? Second, After percentage of water, the percentage of water are 71% water, 29% land. In this water, the percentage of approx 3% pure water, but exact if you want to say, so that's 2.4% water are pure water. Now I am coming. Polar ice caps and glaciers have 2.14%. Ocean, river, lakes have 60%. Water evaporates 10% water, groundwater about 28%. So that it is included approximately 100%. Okay, now I am coming. Second topic, water cycle. This is the main role of water in our daily life. Without water, you can't imagine of your life, because water is precious resources. Flora and fauna are dependent on water. So, I am coming on this topic, water cycle. Water is constantly being cycled between the land, atmosphere. The process that take place in the water cycle are. This is the process of water cycle. First, evaporation. Evaporation. What is evaporation? It is a important part of water cycle. Evaporation. The sun heats water bodies like ocean, river, ponds, lakes. This causes surface water to evaporate. Like this, you have seen your mother is cooking food. Your mother is cooking food. Whenever your mother is cooking rice and you have seen the water boils and pots are stirring, that time you have seen that smokes are coming in upper sides. So that it means same process are here, evaporation. The sun heats water bodies like ocean, river, ponds, lakes. Water evaporates, and I have explained in previous classes, warm gases are going into upper side and cold water are staying in the ground, like land, you can say. So evaporation, this is the process of evaporation, understand? Now I am coming, condensation. Condensation, as the vapor go higher, they reach the part of the atmosphere where the temperature is low. Water gets condensed into the cloud particles. Yani, like this, evaporation. During the evaporation, water vapor go in upper side and make condensation and change into the cloud particles. Then after, this is the third process of water cycle, precipitation. Precipitation is the most important process of water cycle, because precipitation, condensed droplets of water come down to the earth in the form of rain, snow and hail. Like this, you have seen rainfall. Rainfall water is the purest water of the world. Rainfall, when rainfall comes on the ground, 20 to 30% approx water are consumed into the groundwater, and 60% water are going into the ocean by the help of drains, rivers. It goes into the ocean, and ocean stores 60% water. So same process, you can say same process are being in starting like this water cycle. You can take help of the diagram. You are saying that water bodies, ocean, like this, ocean, you can see ocean, river. You are seeing the water bodies, the sources of water, river, ocean, water absorb, water evaporates and go into the upper side, and it will be condenses, and third process precipitation, and it changes into the rainfall. So water cycle, this is the cycling of water, and it came in original situation. So water cycle, the process of water cycle are very, very important for us, because it is very important for us and it is very helpful to maintain the storage of water. Thank you so much. Good morning, students. I am Arvind Kumar Pandey. I am your SST teacher. Now I am coming again. In previous classes, I have explained in about water, the uses of water, the sources of water, and the works of water. So I hope that in previous classes I taught to you, so you have mentioned in your notebook and you are learning. So dear students, the topic is dam and multi-purpose river valley system. So firstly I am coming on the dam. A dam is a barrier across flowing water that direct the flow, creating a reservoir and lake. Dam is very useful for us. It controls the floods. It is used for irrigating work. Farmers are using water for the planting, for the watering the plant. So dam is very useful for us. Now in a large scale, you will known as multi-purpose river valley projects, or many projects are going to start in all over India, like Nagarjun Sagar projects, Tungbhadra projects, Mahi projects, Kosi projects, Kaveri projects, Narmada projects, Bhakra Nangal dam projects, Hirakund dam projects, and other projects are going on. I hope that you will understand very clearly. I am going to denote to you that what are the uses of multi-purpose river valley projects. It is river valley projects serve more than one purpose, as the name multi-purpose suggests. They help to store water. The water is used for the following: for drinking. If you want to drink water, so that human beings make a dam, and this type projects is creating by the human beings, so that it is used for drinking. Second, for generating electricity, to promote navigation. If you want to go here and there by the help of ship, so that you can go in an easy way by the help of ship on the water. so that it is very useful to promote the navigation. Now, for irrigation, whenever if you want to watering the plants, watering the grounds, watering the trees, so that you multi-purpose is very useful for irrigation. Second option is to store water. If you want to store the water, so that many multi-purpose river valley system, river valley projects are going to start, so that it stores the water. And now next to floods, yani like this, if you want to control the floods, so that you can start the multi-purpose river valley projects. You can start to make a dam and you can control the floods. You know very well that there are 28 states and 9 union territories are there in India, and many multi-purpose river valley projects are going on. You know very well that if these projects are not in India, so that we have to do much problem in drinking, in generating electricity, in promote the navigation, in irrigation, to water problem, to control floods. So that many problems we can face. So I am denoting to you that some major multi-purpose projects in India are as follows. First, Nagarjun Sagar projects. Nagarjun Sagar projects. This dam is on the Krishna river in the state of Andhra Pradesh. This project is very useful for that state's people, because if this project is not working there, so that their people cannot get the electricity, not get the drinking water facility. Now coming Tungabhadra projects. Tungabhadra projects joins projects and Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. It is joint projects, Andhra and Karnataka. And like this you can say that there are two states are working on the Tungabhadra projects. So its height is 350 meters and 2441 meters long. Third, Mahi project, it is in Gujarat. It is very useful for Gujarat people. So it is very useful for generating the electricity and storage the drinking water. Understand? Now for Kosi projects, you know very well that Kosi river is known as the sorrow of Bihar. Kosi river is known as the sorrow of Bihar because it brings floods, and many peoples of Bihar are affected from the water of Kosi. So that it is known as the shore of Bihar is known as Kosi river. So Kosi project is in Bihar. It stores the drinking waters. It stores the waters. It is used for generating electricity, and Kosi projects, Hirakund project is in Odisha, Bhakranangal projects and other projects are working in this. So that's watershed. Now next topic is watershed development. What is this? Watershed development. How can you utilization of raining water? So dear students, for the name of watershed development, so you will write the definition of it. A watershed is a geographic area that drains to a common point. A watershed may comprise one or several villages. These programs have been started under common approach for watershed development. So dear students, it is very useful projects, and these type projects are working in village area and local areas. So I hope that this lesson has completed. So I humble request to all students, you have to do the whole exercises of chapter number 3rd and do the work in notebook. I will send the PDF by the help of online work, and you can download the Scholar app, and you have to use the Scholar app like your father's number, and their password is 123456, and you can open the SST. In SST subjects you can see water chapter, it belongs to geography subject. So that in geography subjects you can see, and you will write, you will mention in notebook, and after 15 days you can bring your notebook and submit in school, so that then after I will check. Thank you so much. I hope that you have understood this chapter. I hope that no facing problem regarding this chapter, because it is very important chapter, and if you are facing problem, so that you can contact me. Thank you so much.